So in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 of the most common mistakes that I have seen home buyers make, especially new home buyers, over the course of my career. Let's get to it. So the first mistake that I've seen people make consistently for the last 15 years is when they get pre-qualified by a bank, they determine that to be their budget. Just because a bank will qualify you for funds doesn't mean you need to spend all those funds. Look at your budget, look at your lifestyle. Look and see what other money monthly you like to do, because here's the thing, things tear up, have to be replaced, things go out. You also have to consider the fact that sometimes something may happen in your life that creates an income issue. So maybe you're in an accident or something, you're out of work for a little period of time. You have an unexpected expense somewhere in life, a sickness. So when you're setting your budget, do not use the maximum amount. Now, that maximum amount may be very comfortable for you, but make sure that that budget is a realistic budget, something that you're comfortable with, it fits your lifestyle, it doesn't make you house poor, and you're able to comfortably make that payment. So the second area that I have consistently seen people make a mistake in is that they get so focused on the home, they fall in love with a particular home. It doesn't happen to be in the exact location that they wanted to be in, or it is in a subdivision that does or doesn't have amenities that they were looking for, or an area where their commute is very difficult on a daily basis, or they're driving an extended period of time to the daily conveniences that they're looking for, but they reason all that out because they love the home. You can renovate a home, you can update a home, you can add on to a home, you can do all kinds of things to a home. What you can't do is pick it up and move it to a new location. So do not discount the importance of location when you're considering buying a home. If you have a young family or you're looking to have young kids, make sure if you want to be in a subdivision with other like families where the kids have somewhere to play or people to play with or whatever, make sure you consider that, and it needs to stay at the very top of the list. As I said, that's the number one thing outside of budget that I see people unhappy with down the road, and they come back and say, I need to sell this home. We love the home, but we're going to have to move to a different location. The commute just doesn't work or whatever. So make sure you do not discount location. You also can't discount location as it relates even to the future value of the home, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So the third mistake that I see people making is that they just don't take into consideration the future resale value of the home. They tell me it's their forever home, they're not planning on selling for a long time or whatever, but you must consider the future resale value of a home. My past career was in banking. I see that all the time, and I can't help but think about the future resale of a home. If you come back to me as your agent, we took a new job out of town, whatever causes the move, I want to feel comfortable when you're buying a home today that 3, 5, 10 years down the road, we're going to be able to resell that home, and we're going to be able to resell that home where you can take advantage of the appreciation that you should take advantage of. So what are one of the main things you should look for when you're thinking about future resale? Are you buying in an area that's going down? It's not a growing area. It's an area they're seeing people move out of. If those are the types of things that you're doing and you're looking in, then there is more risk in the future resale of that home. On the flip side, if you're in an area that maybe is just now starting to become popular, you're seeing people move there, you're seeing people buy and renovate homes there, for something's changed in the city. I think of the South Side as things have continued to develop around Knoxville. These are areas that traditionally haven't seen a lot of growth, but they are areas that offer probably tremendous future opportunities for value when you're thinking about resale. Does resale, you're not buying a stock. There's an emotional thing here. You want to be in a home that makes you happy. You want to be in a home that you're going to enjoy as a family, and it's not all about the money, but at the same time, I always tell people, please consider the resale of a home, and we try to focus on areas that I feel very comfortable when it comes to that resale value, whether it's 2 years down the road or 10, so that you're going to be happy when that time comes and you're ready to sell your new home. So the fourth mistake I see a lot of, especially new home buyers making, is that, they start figuring out that they have some closing costs. They realize that it's expensive to buy a home. And what happens is they decide, I can save $500 or $600 here and not do a home inspection. Listen, I tell every client that I have, you always should do a home inspection. We've bought a couple new homes from builders. We still do a home inspection, and they normally will find some things that we need to get fixed. You do a home inspection, not really to find out what's every little thing wrong with the home. It's a home, and if it's got any age on it, it's going to have some issues. And that's okay. But what you're looking for are things such as foundational issues or maybe mold or anything that may keep you from buying a home, something that's structural. So don't skimp on that home inspection. Skimp somewhere else, save money somewhere else. But, we always encourage you to get a home inspection. And I see people make that mistake fairly commonly in today's market. Number 5 mistake that I see people making, especially new home buyers, is that they spend all of their savings in the purchase of a home. They say, I want to make sure I get that 20% down. I don't want to pay PMI insurance if it's a conventional loan. They want to make sure they get their payment as low as they can. And so they spend all of their savings account in the process of buying this home. Here's the thing. If your monthly payment is $200 a month higher, but you've got a few $1,000s, 2 or 3 months worth of savings there just in case something happens, you're better off to have to pay that extra couple $100s a month than you are to have nothing to fall back on in case something happens. Pay a little PMI insurance. That's okay. So you always have to plan for maintenance issues. You always have to plan for the unexpected in your life. You always have to plan for maybe an illness or an injury or anything that could keep you out of work or, God forbid, a job loss or something like that. So I always encourage folks, make sure that you keep some savings in that account, some backup money. So in case something bad happens, you're not going to be in a situation where you really have trouble making the house payment, or even worse, you're not able to make the house payment and you ruin your credit. We've got other videos on the channel that are related to many of these topics, so make sure and check those out. And until next time, guys, I can't wait to see you around town soon.